Hello there, YouTube. Today is Monday, September 7th. It's Labor Day, so it's a holiday. So I thought I'd go out for a ride. Did a little maintenance on the Goldwing. Really just the lights, the back lights. I had I put LEDs. I bought some LEDs for the brake and tail. And then when I pulled those, the lights in the back have a bunch of little screws. You got to reach in there with a socket and loosen them up, and then if you drop them, they fall into a crack that you'll never get them again. So I lost a few of them in there, but I got two to hold them on, and on the side and in the back. But anyway, when you pull those off, there's very little cable to get those out, and what I did was I pulled them too far, and I pulled I think probably a ground wire out of one of those sockets. I have a brake tail plug, a blinker plug, and then a side, I don't know what that side plug is, but I pulled the ground wire out, and then I put it all back together, and the tail light worked. But as soon as you pull the brake, the whole left side went out. There was no brake or tail. So I think, oh crap. So I know that I made the plug bad. So what I did was I called Motor Trike, because they're in Troop, Texas, but they won't sell to the public. You have to order it through a dealer. So I told him I only wanted that little harness that it plugs in up on the top side of the trunk. It's very little room. I mean, there's no slack. It's really tough to get in there. So they said, well, they gave me a guy's name in Waco that ordered, and I told him what I needed, and he says, you know what, they make you order the entire harness. So the harness is everything I needed, but then it goes all the way back up through whatever and underneath the seat plug-in. I didn't need that, but it did come with the plugs that I needed. So I replaced those plugs, and then the brake and tail socket that where the bulb goes into, those old bulbs get so hot apparently that it made that socket super duper brittle. So as soon as I plugged in a new light, pew, the thing shattered, because it's just like, you can see it's burnt. So they threw in a couple sockets for me, the brake and tail and the blinker, believe it or not, but I saved the blinkers because I didn't need those. I just needed the brake and tail. So I did all that yesterday. Excuse me, I got a cough. I did all that yesterday, and man, what a pain, because I had to take off the entire trunk door because I couldn't contort my body. I'm 61. I couldn't contort my body and get up in there and work with two hands to get that thing plugged in. It was just impossible. But I did get it. It just took me a while to really, get up in there and not get it, and then come back out and, get unsore from whatever. But I got it, and I put my LEDs back in there, so everything's working great now. And now those LEDs won't get really hot and make that socket brittle, I'm hoping. But that's why I'm out riding it, because I haven't ridden it in I guess over a week, just because I didn't want to ride it without a brake light on the trunk. I had brake lights on the tour pack and on the little wing on the tour pack, but I just didn't want to ride it like that. Just, I don't know. So I was riding the Spider. But that's what's happening. Got everything working again. So I'm out for a ride. It's gonna get warm. It's gonna be in the 90s. I think Wednesday this week is supposed to have a front come in. We're supposed to be in the 70s Wednesday and Thursday. So that is gonna be awesome. I can't wait for that.